Okay, we're going to do supply now. And supply, if you're going to notice, it's very similar to the definition of demand. It's a producer's willingness and ability to make available for sale goods and services at all possible prices for a specific period of time. Once again, we are no longer the consumer here. We have to look at this from a producer's point of view. And we have to figure out, based on all of the prices that we can charge for our particular product, how many or what is the quantity that we are going to be willing and able to make available for sale. Once again, it's all of the prices and we're talking about a specific period of time. Quantity supplied is different. Quantity supplied is a specific quantity at a specific price. So if you understood demand, this should be no problem because it's the same concept. We're just looking at it instead of consumers, we're looking at it from a producer's perspective. The law of supply. The law of supply says as prices increase, the quantity producers will make available for sale is going to increase. And then when the price decreases, the quantity producers will make available for sale will decrease. And notice this is different than the law of demand because we are no longer wanting to buy stuff cheap, we're wanting to sell stuff high. And so as prices increase, those firms that are already making that particular product will want to increase the amount they're producing so they can make additional revenues. We haven't changed the cost of making this stuff, so if you can make it at the same price but sell it for more, you're going to want to make more available for sale. And then when price increase, it also gives an incentive for new firms to enter into that particular market. So when prices go down, the opposite effect is going to happen. If you are a producer of this product and you're not making any money, you're obviously, or you're making less money, you're not going to want to make as many available for sale. And once again, if the prices start to go down, you're not going to have businesses who want to enter this particular market. And actually, if they get low enough, some producers might actually have to exit that particular industry. Supply curve and the supply schedule. Same information as demand. The supply schedule, that's that list of price and quantity of all the possible prices and all the possible quantities that you are willing to make something available for sale. We're going to take the information from the supply schedule and we're going to plot those points and we're going to make a supply curve. There is a direct relationship between price and quantity as opposed to an indirect. Once again, because the law of supply says when one goes up, the other goes up, that gives us that direct relationship. And so our curve's not going to slope down anymore. We're actually going to have an upward and to the right curve, our slope of our curve, because of the law of supply and this direct relationship between price and quantity. This is the same slide, I just changed everything for it to fit supply. A change in price does not change supply, it changes your quantity supplied. So when the question is asked, what happens to supply? When the price goes up, it stays the same. It's your quantity. When price goes up, your quantity is going to change, but not your supply. And what I've done here is put a supply schedule there on the left. We have a list of prices. At $15, the quantity per month is $5,000. And notice what happens as the price starts to come down. At a price of $12, because we can't make as much money, because we haven't changed how much it's costing us to make it, we're just changing the price of how much we're selling it for. We're not going to make as many available for sale. As the price comes down to $9, we're only going to make $3,000 available for sale. At $6, $2,000, and at $3, $1,000. So the quantities at the bottom across the chart are in thousands. So that's 1,000, 2,000, 7,000 going across the bottom. And then we've got price, once again, same thing along the vertical. So we have our 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 going up. And then we're just going to plot our points. We're going to go up to $3, over to 1,000 and put our point. We're going to go up to $6 and over to a quantity of 2,000. We're going to go up to $9 and over to a quantity of 3,000. $12, we'll plot our point at 4,000, and $15, our point at 5,000. So once you plotted your points, you're going to connect the dots, and once again, the whole entire schedule and the whole entire curve is your supply. The individual points on that supply curve are your quantities at various price levels. So once again, when we go from $6 to $9, we're not changing our supply, we're changing our quantity. At $6, we only would supply 2,000. At $9, our quantity supplied is 3,000. So we're willing and able to make more available for sale, whether it's because we as an individual firm have decided to make more or because other firms see that we're making money and they enter this particular industry.